us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Oh, women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah, one more yeah out there, yeah.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle at ECCB Connects.
If you catch me, galavante.
It's a nice, clear night here downtown St. George's, Tanteen to be precise. It is day 8 of the ECCB International Netball Series, the final 2 matches of the night. This one would see Dominica taking on Barbados. Wherever you're joining us from across the Eastern Caribbean, we're happy to have you joining us on ECCB Connects, whether it's the YouTube channel or the Facebook page. It's always a pleasure to be in your presence. I am your commentator for tonight's match, Blossom Alexis Welsh, and to my right is the lovely and ever so intelligent and informative. Yes, I'm setting up. Stacey and Lake to my right. Good night, Stacey.
Good evening, Blossom. Thank you so very much for having me. And good evening to you, viewers and listeners, wherever you are, as Blossom said. Welcome, welcome for the evening session. Good games, good netball.
As has been the scenario for the past 7 nights, the final 2 matches are usually the most competitive of the day. What do you think we can expect in this matchup? Barbados has been playing excellent netball, and so has Dominica. What can we anticipate?
Well, if we are to go based on the trend of Barbados, then I would say on paper, Barbados is the favorite on paper. But of course, Dominica has been unpredictable. They have managed thus far to secure a win. And of course, I know Barbados, they're coming in with a special thing because today, Sabrina Smith will celebrate her 100th cap with the team. So that's a milestone for them. And I know, knowing the Bajan Gems, they're going to want to make it special for her.
What do you think has been Barbados' strength in this tournament so far? They've only lost 1 game, if my memory serves me right.
Right. Their strength is their shooting, their attacking end. It's very, very strong as well as versatile. So, for example, right now you can see them starting Latonia. Latonia has a very good, connection with A-guard, but they haven't started A-guard. They've actually started a different person in the shooting. So they have so many persons that they can actually put in to switch and change around. Holder is not even there either. So they're very versatile. I think that end is their strength.
Dominica, on the other hand, 1 win in the bag so far for the competition. What do they need to tap in as their strength?
Dominica has the pressure from the midcourt. When you come across teams that have a strong attacking end, pressure from the midcourt, force some turnovers for there. Dominica has experience and lots of experience in their attacking end also. So if the ball can be turned over from midcourt and get to them, then they can actually score some points.
So we're in for another tight game tonight, Barbados versus Dominica, and Barbados are first to get off the scoreboard, netting 1. Dominica yet to find their net, but it's still early minutes or seconds of this matchup. And Dominica are going for their second goal of the evening, and this shot is a penalty shot, which will be taken by the goal attack.
Yes, that's Latonia.
And she goes up, misses it, but catches her rebound. Umpire blows for distance. And this time she nets another one, taking Barbados ahead 2 to Dominica's 0. Dominica with the center pass. Ball goes out of court very early in that exchange there, but Dominica will maintain possession. The wing attack passes it over to the center. And the umpire calls for time as the ball from the other game rolled onto court 1. But play continues as the umpire blows the goalkeeper for an infringement. The goal shoot goes up and she converts, taking Dominica finally off the board and putting them with 1 to Barbados' 2. And there's Barbados with 3. To Dominica's 1.
That was a lovely pass into the experienced goal shooter.
And she converts, taking Dominica to 2. Barbados is ahead just by 1 point, and they're on 3. And the umpire just ensuring that the court is free of any spectators. Barbados with possession into the shooting circle, but it goes out of court. That was too high and too long for the goal shooter to catch, and Dominica will take this pass now. Center. Ooh, nice long pass there, trying to find the goal attack. Goal attack to the center. Center trying to get it into the shooting circle. Umpire blows for an infringement on the goalkeeper. The goal shooter goes up and in. Dominica with the center pass, and the score is leveled at 3 apiece. Ooh, too high there from the goal attack. Dominica takes this one. Umpire blows for another infringement on Barbados' defense.
And again, you can see that is due to the experienced goal shooter just working her way to ensure she can get that penalty.
And they go ahead 4 goals to Barbados' 3. A short pass there into the circle, and she's successful in her attempt, the goal shooter. Latonia.
No, the goal shooter for Barbados is actually Smith. While it would have registered as Smith, it seems as if they made a change somewhere along the line, because that's not Smith that's there, so they would have made some form of change. But at the goal attack end is Blackman, Latonia.
Barbados with the pass. Goalkeeper finds the goal defense. Goal defense back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper finds the goal defense. Over to the goal attack. Over to the center. Back into the circle, but a contact there is called. A short pass to Barbados' goal shooter, and she converts, taking them to 5. Dominica on 4. Barbados with the center pass. Finds the goal shooter who's out of the circle. She tries to get closer to the pole and does so. She goes up and nets another for Team Barbados, taking them to 6. Dominica on 4. Dominica with the center pass now. She finds the goal attack. She's out of the circle. Needs to get in there. Passes it to the wing attack. Wing attack with a nice lob to the goal shooter, but she just couldn't hold on to that pass. And the ball goes out of court. Barbados' goalkeeper picks it up. She with a long pass with the goal defense. Goal defense to the center. Center to the wing defense. Wing defense finds her wing attack, her goal attack. And into the circle to the goal shooter. She goes up. It bounces off the rim. Dominica catches the rebound. Umpire blows for contact on Barbados' goal shooter. Dominica with a pass. Interception there and a turnover to Barbados via the wing attack. The goal attack is in the circle all alone. No goal defense on her. And she uses that to net another one for Barbados, taking them to 7. Dominica is on 4. Barbados looking to make it 8. Contact is blown there on the defense. Barbados in the circle. She goes up and shoots. Blackman takes Barbados to 8 while Dominica stands still for the moment on 4. Let's see if they can make it 5 here. Ooh, couldn't hold on to that ball. Goes out of court.
Dominica would have started good in terms of pressure in Barbados' midcourt, forcing some turnovers, and that's how they would have gotten 2 center passes from Barbados. But it seems as if now the Bajan Gems have found their rhythm, and instead they're the ones forcing the turnovers from Dominica.
Dominica needs to settle down, get into their own groove, and find their rhythm. Barbados with the center pass over to the wing attack. A busy exchange there as it gets to the goal shooter, who misses that one, and the ball goes out of court. Pass now moves to Dominica, but she miscommunication and it goes out of court once again. Dominica wing attack now will pick up this one. She bounce passes it to the center, into the circle to the goal shooter, outside to the center, back into the goal shooter. She takes a step up, takes a shot, bounces off the rim, but pick up the rebound, and this time the goal attack is successful for Barbados, taking them to 10 to Barbados and 4 to Dominica. Barbados with a pass. Nice long pass there into the goal shooter, and she makes it 11. Barbados now up by 7. Dominica with the pass. They need to get off the 4. They've been on 4 for a while. Let's see what they can do with this ball, which is close to their circle. Distance is called there on the goal defense. The goal shooter misses that one, and Barbados picks up the rebound. Just under 8 minutes left to go in this opening quarter in this matchup. Barbados versus Dominica is the ECCB International Netball Series. Barbados looking to make it 12. As the goal attack, Blackman, she goes up and she scores. 12 to Barbados. Dominica still on 4, 8 points behind. Can they take advantage of their own center pass? That's what needs to happen for Team Dominica here. Finds the wing defense. Wing defense finds the wing attack. Back to the wing defense. Trying to keep it in their position, but unfortunately it goes out of court. And Barbados will pick up this one. The goal defense for Barbados. Into the wing defense. Over to the center. Center looks back and finds her wing attack. Giving the shooters a chance to get free. The goal shooter does just that and converts for Team Barbados. It's now 13 to Barbados and 4 to Dominica.
Barbados has been on a 9-0 run right now, straight, and you can see the coach for Dominica making some changes because definitely some things need to change if they want to score some goals.
Exactly. They need to find what's the formula for this Barbados face-off. Barbados is getting too far ahead. Dominica has been stuck on 4 for too long. And the goal shooter or the goal attack needs to make a move, but in the meantime, Barbados nets another one, taking their score to 14, 10 points clear of Team Dominica in this face-off. Over to the center trying to get it into the shooting circle. She finds the goal attack. And she's blown for footwork, forcing another turnover here to Barbados as a goal defense. Passes it along. Gets into their shooting third. Wing attack. Ooh, nice play there as they get the ball to the goal shooter, and she converts another one for Team Barbados. 15 to Dominica's 4. Barbados with the center pass here. Wing attack to the goal attack. Goal shooter trying to get free, but she's unable to do so as the umpire blows for distance. Barbados still with possession here. And she goes up and shoots. Barbados forging ahead in this matchup. Will it be an easy win for Team Barbados against Dominica? Dominica needs to do something here. They've been stuck on 4. Barbados now on 16. Trying to get it to the goal shooter. She could not hold on to it. Forcing a turnover here back to Barbados.
If Barbados is to continue this pace and Dominica allows them to reach 20 at the end of the quarter, which I think they will because they only need 4 more within 5 minutes.
Make that 3 more.
3 more. Then we can definitely see there's no coming back. We can call it by the end of the first quarter. There's no coming back for Dominica.
I don't think Dominica should let that happen at all. Ball goes out of court. Barbados will take the pass. And she goes up and shoots. Barbados now on 18. When will Dominica get to 5? They've been stuck on 4 too long. Can they do that with their own center pass? Let's see what happens here. Nice play there by the center. Timing that ball. Contact. Call on the goalkeeper. The goal shooter passes is outside. Contact on the wing defense or distance on the wing defense.
Seems as if it's a offside.
Offside. Contact is called on the goal defense. The goal attack now. Make a big step up with that penalty shot. Goal shooter picks up the rebound and now they move off 4 and they've made it to 5. Barbados 18. Busy pass down to the shooting circle. Bounces off the rim. Barbados with the rebound. A longer shot and she's successful this time. Taking them to 19. Dominica on 5. Dominica with the ball. Interception there by the goal attack from Barbados. Ball goes out of court and Dominica will retain possession. Looking for a free man. Finds it in the wing attack. Nice pass into the shooting circle. And the goal shooter manages to hold on and net this one. Taking Team Dominica to 6.
You see, Dominica has the opportunity to score. Their shooter can shoot, but it's just that the ball's not getting to her. And I've been watching the midcourt seems to be a bit bundled and not really opening and driving and trying to create the space for themselves.
Dominica with the pass center. Lobs it right into the arms of the Barbados wing attack. They managed to get it back but can't hold on to it. Infringement call there on Dominica. Goal shooter takes a big leap closer to the pole and she converts. Barbados now moves to 20. Dominica on 6.
That's the end of the quarter, Blossom.
And that whistle signals the end of the first quarter in this contest here. Barbados forging ahead with a massive 14-point lead, 20 to Dominica's 6. Stacey, is this what we anticipated for this matchup between these two teams here?
Well, I expected Barbados to be ahead, but I really thought that Dominica would at least put up a little fight. Somehow they're not moving as a cohesive unit when it comes on to the midcourt. They're getting some turnovers, but for some reason they're also just putting it straight back in Barbados's hand. And I said it before, if you allow Barbados to make 20 and you're still in single digits, then that's it. Because the depth of their shooting is so strong that they can make some changes and you can never come back from it. So as unfortunate as it may seem right now, how it stands, the only thing Dominica can do is try to see just how much goals they can register, because winning this game is going to be quite impossible.
If you were the coach of Dominica and you had to make changes, where would you make them? All 7 or shooting circle, defensive circle?
The midcourt, the defensive, they are getting some turnovers. It's going to be very challenging to get a lot of turnovers in the defensive end because Barbados' attacking is strong, but they are getting a few. But by the time it reaches the midcourt, it's been lost. And it's not getting into the shooting circle. Sometimes it gets into the goal third, but not the shooting circle. So therefore, somewhere between the midcourt and the goal third, there needs to be some changes. If they don't have any replacement to put in there to meet the changes, then a deep conversation must happen with the current players, because that's where Dominica's losing the ball.
Well, let's see what will take place in the second quarter. Is the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Barbados well ahead of Dominica, 20-5. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it's more international netball action here from Tanteen, St. George's, Grenada.
We have exciting news. ECCB Connects now has a WhatsApp channel. Follow us and stay in the loop with our latest videos, photos, and updates. It's simple. Just search for ECCB Connects in your WhatsApp updates tab and get connected with all things ECCB. ECCB Connects. Who we are, what we do, and how we serve you.
Yeah, yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Oh. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah, one more yeah out there, yeah.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like
And we're back with the second quarter, Barbados versus Dominica. As we start this quarter, Barbados is ahead on 20 to Dominica's 6. Dominica really need to tap into their reserves, tap into the shooting, and see if they can reduce this deficit at least and get into double figures during this second quarter. They got the opportunity here to make it 7. A little bit more strength is needed in that one. She hears me and she scores, taking them to 7. It's their center pass. Dominica, can they net another one? They're first to get a goal in this quarter. Can they make it 2 before Barbados' shooters get a chance at it? Distance is called there, just outside the shooting circle. Barbados still in possession. A nice lob there to the goal shooter. Contact is called by the umpire. The goal shooter goes up with the penalty shot and converts. This is the momentum Dominica needs in the second quarter. Yes, Tessie?
You are correct. Now you can see they're actually taking their time and getting the ball correctly to the shooter who can shoot.
Barbados with it now. A bounce pass to the goal shooter. She goes up and scores, taking them to 21. Dominica on 8. Dominica with the pass. She looks back, finds the goal defense. Goal defense finds the center. Umpire blows. Dominica still in possession. Trying to get it into the shooting circle. A nice lob there to the goal shooter. And she misses that one but catches the rebound. And they convert. 9 to Dominica. 21 Barbados.
Blossom, you think the coach probably heard what we said?
Probably.
Just take your time and work it from the midcourt go down.
Exactly. I think Dominica came out here with a mission and they just needed to get into their own groove. There we have a collision between Dominica and Barbados. Both players are on their feet and game continues here. The center winces and they make a quick substitution here. Barbados changing out their center. She took a spill there, colliding with a Dominican player. So she's going to get a little rest as someone comes in for her. And now Barbados. There's a turnover and Barbados will get this pass. The goal defense takes it in the center circle. Long pass to the wing attack into the goal attack. Tries to get it to the goal shooter, but there's an interception there by the goalkeeper. Nice turnaround there by the goal shooter.
I love that roll.
Yeah, bounced with the keeper and got into position to get that shot. And she makes it count. Barbados with the pass. Over to the goal attack. She's out of the shooting circle. Still out. Wing defense is blown for an infringement. But play continues. Dominica keeps possession. Goal attack misses that one and the goal shooter is called for contact. Turnover to Dominica now. Center with it for Team Dominica. Center. Nice lob into the circle. But the team loses the ball. 3-second violation as called by the umpire. Turnover to Dominica. To Barbados, sorry. Quick passes into the circle. The goal shooter goes up. She misses. Contact is called on the goal shooter once again. Dominica now with the possession. Hopefully they can capitalize on this and take them into double figures. While Barbados chills a little bit on 23. Dominica with the pass. Nice lob into the circle. Intercepted by Barbados' defense. Umpire blows for an infringement. Dominica keeps possession. She steps, goes up and scores. Dominica now into double figures. 10 to Barbados' 23. Dominica with the center pass. Making light work of getting it into the shooting circle. A long pass which the goal shooter nets. Barbados with the center pass. Umpire advancing play there. Center. Gets it into the circle. Intercepted by the goalkeeper Dominica. Nice steal from Team Dominica. Nice take back by Barbados. Umpire blows for an infringement. Dominica repossesses the ball. Barbados with it. Tries to get it to the shooter. Intercepted by the keeper. And as she loses her balance, she sends it right into Barbados' hands. And they capitalize on that one with another goal here, taking them to 24.
The goalkeeper is quite light on her feet. She's able to do some intercepts. The challenge is getting those intercepts now to her teammates.
Dominica with the ball. Nice take there by the Bajan. Nice one as they get it back into their shooting third. Dominica with the pass to the center. Center with a long one through her wing attack. But she doesn't hold on to that and it bounces out of court. Barbados now will pick it up via the goalkeeper who finds the goal defense. Barbados working it down into their shooting circle. The goal shooter goes up and she goes in, taking them to 25. Dominica on 10. Sorry, Dominica on 11. Goal shooter, not confident in where she is in the shooting circle. Sends it outside, realigns herself, and it works for her. She takes her team to 26. Dominica hoping to get to a dozen in this matchup. It's the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Dominica and Barbados locked in a battle. Barbados ahead by 15 points. It's the second quarter. Gets it into the circle to the goal shooter. She goes up and misses. And both defenses for Dominica unable to hold on to the rebound. And the ball bounces out of court. It's just over 8 minutes left in this quarter. Contact on the goalkeeper. The goal attack with a penalty shot. She goes up and she converts. Barbados 27.
So while Dominica would have outscored Barbados at one point, like 5-3, I think it was in this quarter, you have now seen how Barbados has come back. And they are now ahead. They would have scored like 7, 8, make it 8 now. And Dominica just 5.
What I notice about Barbados is they're quick to respond to whatever it may be. Whatever the team does and adjustments that Barbados needs to make, they make it with the quickness. A quarter doesn't pass without them adjusting something. And that's happening once again in this matchup. As they go up one more, taking them to 28 to Barbados, 12 to Dominica. Barbados with the pass now. Center finds her wing attack. Umpire blows for outside. So Dominica now takes possession of this one. Goalkeeper with it, a short pass there. Goal defense. Ball goes down, intercepted by Barbados's wing defense. It goes out of court, but she breaks up that momentum Dominica was going with. Into the shooting circle. Contact is called on the defense. And the goal shooter makes it count nevertheless, as Dominica once again take possession.
The goal shooter for Dominica, she's actually positioning much better now. She's allowing the space from the behind so that they can actually lob the ball over better, and she has that space to land into. So she gets closer to the pole. So that's good for her.
Umpire blows for an infringement on the goalkeeper. Barbados' goal shooter goes up and in. If my vision serves me correctly, Stacey, the goal shooter for Dominica is Gordon Seraphine. And according to the stat, she is the 4th highest scorer in this tournament this year so far. She has about a 80, just over 80% accuracy. And there's another one for Team Barbados, sorry. Taking them to 30. Barbados on 14.
Dominica.
Barbados ahead, well ahead. 31 to Dominica's 14. Umpire blows for infringement on Barbados' center. Dominica picks up this pass. And there we have another turnover to Team Barbados as per the referee's call, the umpire's call. Barbados gets it into the circle to the goal shooter. She takes a step, goes up and converts for Team Barbados, taking them to 32. Dominica still on 14. Barbados with the center pass. Playing the ball around a bit as both scorers try to settle themselves. Nice touch there by Dominica's wing defense. Throwing the ball out of court. Barbados' center. Distance is called on Dominica's center. Infringement called now on Dominica's goalkeeper. The goal attack will take the pass. She passes it to the goal shooter. She goes up and it goes in. Barbados now forges ahead to 33. Dominica on 14. That is Dominica's center pass. How can they respond? Will they make the best of this opportunity? Let's see. As it's a nice lob into the shooting circle, but intercepted there by the goalkeeper. Ball goes out of court. Barbados maintains possession. Passes it to the center, back into the circle. Umpire blows for contact. Dominica's goal attack goes up. She misses, but catches the rebound, and they're able to net this one. 15 to Dominica, 33 to Barbados. Barbados with the center pass. Center finds the wing attack. Wing attack into the goal shooter. Goal shooter far from the pole. Umpire blows for 3 seconds, and now a turn over to Dominica. Dominica needs to convert this to stay in this game. Passing the ball around, trying to let the shooters get free. Nice long pass there, intercepted, but that was a nice effort. Umpire blows for contact. Goal shooter goes up and she scores. Dominica now on 16. Barbados on 33. Umpire advances play a little bit. Following infringement on Barbados' side. Dominica with the possession into the circle. Tries to pass it. Gets an advantage shot. Barbados on 33 with the center pass to the goal defense. To the goal attack. Back to the goal defense. Over to the wing attack. Back to the center. Center to the goal shooter. Back to the center. Trying to steady themselves close to the pole to convert. Barbados plays around with it. The goal shooter goes up, bounces off the net, and the ball goes out of court. The goal attack picks it up, sends it to the center. Back to the goal shooter. Catches it, takes a step, goes up and in. Barbados now on 34. Dominica 17. Dominica with this pass. Goal defense. Go straight into the shooting circle. Nice pass there. Not mixing any matters here. Straight into where it does matter for them, and that's in the shooting circle. Taking them to 18. And that's the end of the second quarter. That was a quick 15 minutes. Getting into the end of the second quarter. Barbados ahead on 34. Dominica trailing on 18. Stacey, 34-18. What are we saying with this one?
This started slow for Dominica. However, they would have picked up the pace along the line and they were able to net 12 goals in this quarter. Barbados, they remained steady and they were able to net 14. So it's almost level in terms of how many goals they were able to net, team versus team. But on the other hand, Barbados has been just mellow. They haven't really intensified in their game. And so they're keeping a lead on Dominica. And I'll say what I said before, I don't see Dominica coming back in this game unless they're going to intensify how they play and keep the momentum, which they haven't been able to do for the last 2 quarters.
Barbados has extended the lead. At the end of the first quarter, they were leading by 14. At the end of the second, they're leading by 16. So it shows that Barbados is stepping it up even as Dominica does so. Barbados still stays 16 steps ahead on this one. What do you think needs to happen going into the second half of this matchup?
Well, Dominica started just the way we were expecting, or we would have said they need to start. But somewhere along the line, they could not keep it up. And Barbados, they just played cool, if you want to put it that way, and just enjoy their game, ensure they're shooting, you know. But Dominica, again, have to pressure midcourt, get the ball to the shooters. And the shooters also have to be able to adjust their game quickly, because at one point, the goal shooter, she was actually keeping the defender in front of her so she could get that perfect lob with the space to land. The defender read that play and started keeping her closer to the line. So when that lob came in, the shooter was not able to hold on to the lob. It would go outside, or whoever is making the pass would try to pass it in a space for the shooter to go into. But Barbados was reading that. So for me, I would say if I'm Dominica's shooter, either I'm going to try to position myself in the middle of the circle, but at the same time have the space to move around and to keep changing how I position myself with the hope that my players can understand how to pass the ball. But the players from the midcourt section have to also be able to pass the ball. And another thing I noticed with Dominica Blossom is that when the shooters are trying to get that ball in and they don't seem to pass back to come forward. And if the center has the ball, the wing attack, she anchors on the top of the circle. You got to keep moving. Bermuda does that perfectly with their center and their wing attack. They're constantly moving to give more options to the shooting circle.
So maybe that's the play that needs to happen for Team Dominica, because they are trailing behind. You're tuned in to Night 8, the final 2 matches of Day 8 taking place right now. Tanteen St. George's, Barbados well ahead of Team Dominica, 34-18. It's the halftime break. Let us take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into some more action. It's the ECCB International Netball Series. Keep it locked right here on ECCB Connects.
Have you seen the Grenada 50? The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, issued the Grenada $50 note in July 2024 to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Grenada 50 is printed on polymer. It is the same size and includes similar security features as the current EC bank notes in circulation. This limited edition $50 banknote was issued exclusively in Grenada, but it can be used in any of the ECCB member countries. The Grenada $50 note is legal tender. This means that it can be used for any of your standard and over-the-counter business transactions.
We have exciting news. ECCB Connects now has a WhatsApp channel. Follow us and stay in the loop with our latest videos, photos, and updates. It's simple. Just search for ECCB Connects in your WhatsApp Updates tab and get connected with all things ECCB. ECCB Connects. Who we are, what we do, and how we serve you.
Yeah, yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Women of the Caribbean,
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle at ECCB Connects.
Have you seen the Grenada 50? The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, issued the Grenada $50 note in July 2024 to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Grenada 50 is printed on polymer. It is the same size and includes similar security features as the current EC banknotes in circulation. This limited edition $50 banknote was issued exclusively in Grenada, but it can be used in any of the ECCB member countries. The Grenada $50 note is legal tender. This means that it can be used for any of your standard and over-the-counter business transactions.
We have exciting news. ECCB Connects now has a WhatsApp channel. Follow us and stay in the loop with our latest videos, photos, and updates. It's simple.
And we are back for the third quarter in this contest here between Dominica and Barbados. Barbados took the early lead and never gave Dominica a chance, and so far they're maintaining their lead. Up here in the commentary box, we have Barbados at 34, Dominica on 18. For the scores, I see 35-17. So let's see if they will make an adjustment. But up here, and we've been keeping accurate scores, if I do say so myself, 34-18. Barbados with the lead. Dominica the first to get on the board in this quarter, taking a score to 19. Dominica with that steal there. Barbados gets it back. A nice lob into the shooting circle. And they convert. Barbados now up to 35. Ball is out of court. Dominica with the pass, nice lob to the goal shooter. She grabs it and converts. The second goal this quarter for Dominica, taking them to 20. There was a short attempt there, but the umpire blows for contact on Dominica. The shooter goes up and in once again for Barbados, taking them to 36. Dominica with the pass, looking for a free man, finds it in the goal attack. Goal attack passes it backward to the wing defense. They finally get it into the shooting circle. The goal attack nets this one for Team Dominica.
And that's the patience that they needed from before to be able to pass back the ball if they need to. But now it's just a little bit too late. They can only make the scores now just to see their placement. But in terms of winning this game, very much impossible.
So it's now 37 to Barbados. Dominica on 21. Trying to make it 22. As the umpire blows for an infringement on the goalkeeper, the goal shooter goes up and she scores, taking Dominica to 22 points. 15 points behind Barbados in this third quarter here. Barbados with the pass. Distance is blown on the Dominican, and the goal shooter for Barbados goes up and nets another, taking them to 38. Dominica with the center pass. Getting it to the goal shooter. She takes a side step. She goes up and in. She seems to be in the zone, the goal shooter. Nice take there by the goal attack. She nets a nice long one.
And that's Jada Smith, who has come on at the goal attack position for Barbados. And what's interesting, Blossom, is that her mom, Sabrina Smith, who is now on also at the wing attack position, they're actually mom and daughter that are playing right now.
Ooh, that's nice, playing my favorite sport, or what could very be their favorite sport, with each other.
Not to mention sharing the milestone of her 100th cap on the court with her daughter.
That's so nice. I wonder if me and mommy could take on a team like this. I'll see if I can talk my mother into it. I feel like I want a piece of that mother-daughter action. Nice lob into the shooting circle. Goal shooter goes up and scores for Dominica, taking them to 24. Barbados is on 39. Barbados into the circle to the goal shooter. She goes up, it bounces back out. Dominica picks up the rebound. To the center, she couldn't hold on to it. The keeper for Barbados takes that free ball. Takes possession, sends it down their side of the shooting court. Bounces it around, gets it into the circle to the goal shooter. Contact is called on Dominica's defense, and the goal shooter will get a penalty shot. She goes up, puts a little bit strength in it, and she scores. Barbados now on 40. Dominica on 24. Out of court called by the umpire. Barbados picks up this one. 40-24 in favor of Barbados. Dominica with that nice steal there into the circle to the goal shooter. She makes it count for Team Dominica, taking them to 25. That was a nice opportunity there that they capitalized on. Nice pass to the goal shooter. And she replies with a goal of her own. Dominica with the pass. Into the circle to the goal attack. She takes a step, takes a shot, and edge them closer to Barbados' tally of 40. As Dominica stays on 26. 41-26 here. Barbados still in the lead. Into the circle to the goal shooter. She goes up with a long one. Nothing but net. 42 to Barbados. 26 to Dominica. It's a 16-point lead here for Team Dominica. Doing some quick maths. Dominica with the pass. Ooh, nice take. Nice save right there from the goal attack for Dominica. The goal shooter goes up. Misses. Gets her rebound. The goal attack now will try this one. And she converts for Team Dominica. Barbados with the pass. Umpire calls for distance. Penalty shot there for Barbados. Misses. Turn over to Team Dominica. Can they capitalize? Take your time, bring it down the court. Dominica with the possession. To the goal attack, who's out of the circle. She gets herself there and she scores. Nice play there by the goal attack for Team Dominica. 28-42. Barbados still ahead. Dominica now with the pass. Looking to make it 2 in a row. And the goal shooter does just that. 29 to Dominica. Barbados with possession. Into the shooting circle. She goes up and scores. Barbados 43. Dominica 29. Dominica with the pass. To the wing attack. Nice lob. One and in the circle. Successful shot there by the goal shooter.
You can see her actually going again to almost the top of the circle and allowing that space for the lob to come in so she can land as close to the pole as possible.
That was a nice play from Dominica. Not taking much time to net this one. Barbados now responds with a shot of their own. 44-29. Team Barbados ahead as Dominica takes the center pass. Another lob into the circle, but this time it's not successful as the goalkeeper reads the play and responds in kind, giving her team an opportunity to steal and shoot this center pass from Dominica, and they do just that. Dominica now needs to return the favor and see if they can steal this pass here. But Barbados is holding on to their ball as they get it into the circle. The goal shooter pivots. Tries to get it to a goal attack. Fails to do so. And the ball goes out of court. Sorry, the umpire blows for an infringement there on the defense for Dominica. Giving Barbados's goal shooter a penalty shot, which she's successful with. And the umpire advances play in favor of Dominica there, following infringement by Barbados, sorry. And they couldn't hold on to that ball as the ball goes out of court. The goal attack passes it into the center. Center back to the goal shooter. Distance is called on the goalkeeper for Barbados. Dominica's goal shooter now gets a penalty shot. And she scores. 46-31 in favor of Barbados still. Dominica not going down without a fight. It's a 15-point lead for Barbados. Can they make it 16 with this shot? Yes, they do. Dominica with the center pass.
And you can see the goal shooter trying to change her stance because the goalkeeper for Barbados was actually reading that all they're doing is sending the lob into her. And so she was tipping the ball, but now the goal shooter is trying to change her stance and stand and drive forward as quickly as possible to see if she can get the ball.
And whatever play she employed there, it was successful as Dominica goes up to 32. Barbados is on 47. Misses that shot. Dominica gets the rebound. Turnover once again to Barbados. Distance is blown there on the defense for Dominica. Barbados will get a penalty shot. It will be taken by the goal attack. And she nets another one, taking Barbados to 48. Team Dominica on 32. Dominica with the center pass finds her wing attack. Wing attack into the circle to her goal shooter. Nice take there. And she scores for Team Dominica. Nice play there, the wing attack and the goal shooter working in tandem. Barbados with a nice play there. She goes up, bounces off the rim. Ball goes free for a moment. Barbados takes back their own pass. Nice play there. Ball goes out of court.
And Blossom, probably we should let the listeners know that when they hear that loud uproar, it's actually coming from court 2, where the home country, Grenada, they are playing St. Lucia. And I must say, they are under some Lucia pressure right now, because the score is 37-29 in favor of St. Lucia.
And for the record, I'm not pleased at all.
In addition to that, it has gotten, the pressure is so intense that they have taken off Cato, and Brown is now in the goal shoot position and Howell in the goal attack position. So let's see what that does.
Back here on court 1, Barbados with the pass. Barbados still ahead 49 to Dominica's 34. Dominica with possession. A lot of goals scored in this third quarter. Both teams are amping up their offense. So far, Barbados have scored 15 points in this quarter alone, whereas Team Dominica have scored 17 in this quarter. So they have both stepped up to the plate and responding in kind. Goal for goal here in the third quarter. Less than a minute to go. Barbados ahead by 11 points. And they're in possession of the ball. Let's see if they can score before the umpire blows the final whistle of the third quarter. Misses that one, the goal shooter. Contact is called on the goal shooter. Dominica now takes possession. They have very little time here to get in this final goal. Center. And they do not make it as the umpires blow the whistle for the end of the third quarter. Barbados up 49 to Dominica's 35. Stacey, a lot of goals, like I said, in this quarter. What's your take?
Yes, Dominica was able, as you said before, to score 17. Barbados was able to score 15. So Dominica would have outscored Barbados in this quarter. But again, and that's good for them because they've actually won a quarter. But it would not be possible, I will say it again, to win the game. So the best thing the coach can do is tell them, go out, play hard, play your game, and register as many goals as you possibly can right now.
Barbados on 49, scoring 15 goals this quarter. You think they've gotten just a little bit too comfortable?
I think they're a little bit relaxed in their play. You can also see the coach making a lot of changes as it relates to the mid-court. We're yet to see a guard come on, if she will come on. She's a sharpshooter for Barbados. We haven't seen Holder also to come on. She's another sharpshooter and a strong mid-court player. She has what I always call the Holder effect when it comes on to other teams, just totally cannot hold on to her. So I think that Barbados is just enjoying their game right now, just relaxing, playing it safe, and just to have fun.
Confident that they're going to win?
Confident that they're going to win because there's no way Dominica can come back.
What if I tell you I'm going to hold on to hope that Dominica can make a comeback here?
I always like these things, and hope is good. It is good that you can have hope. But I can confidently tell you that Dominica is not going to come back in this one.
They're 14 points behind. You know what, Dominica? We can do this.
It would require Dominica actually scoring 1 goal per minute and restricting Barbados not to score any goal at all. And that would be impossible. As impossible as the sun is to come out right now and shine. Impossible.
Nothing is impossible. It is night 8 actually of the ECCB 5th International Netball Series. Barbados ahead of Dominica 49-35. Let's take a quick break and come back and wrap up this matchup right here from Tanteen St. George's, Grenada.
Yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Oh, women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah. One more yeah out there. Yeah.
It's the start of the fourth and final quarter. Barbados well ahead of Dominica here. Can they go one up and make it 50? They do so with a goal from the goal attack.
That's
right
Jada
off the
Smith.
bat. $50 to Dominica's 35. Dominica with a pass here into the shooting circle. Getting her settled as the ball bounces off the rim. Dominica, she puts a little bit more energy and the ball goes in, moving them to 36 to Barbados's 50. Barbados goal shooter, she goes up and in. Nothing but net here for Team Barbados in this matchup. Dominica now with the center pass. Center to the goal attack to the wing attack into the circle with a nice pass to the goal shooter. She needs a little bit more oomph in the shoulder, and she puts it in and nets this one. 37 for Dominica, 50 to Barbados. Dominica forcing that turnover there. Umpire blows for distance on the goal shooter. Barbados is goal shooter. Dominica takes the pass. Dominica with that possession here. Interception, but Dominica maintains the pass. Goalkeeper passes it over to her goal defense. Goal defense to the center. Center looks for a free man. She couldn't hold on to that ball and the ball goes out of court. Barbados now takes possession. Out of court once again. Barbados with it. Wow, taking a spill there, but she's able to get back to her feet and take this shot here on behalf of her team. Misses this one. Contact here as both teams go for the rebound. Distance now on the goal defense, and Barbados' goal shooter nets another, taking them to 52 by our calculations. Dominica with the pass. Over to the wing attack. Nice lob trying to get it to the goal shooter, but it's a little too high. And she misses it. It goes out of court. Barbados now picks up the pass. Goal attack. With the ball out of the circle. Contact call there on Dominica's center. Barbados continues play. Into the circle to the goal attack. Back out to the center as the goal attack steadies herself. And she scores a long one here. Barbados with it. Center backward to the wing defense. Back to the center. Back to the goal attack. Back to the goal shooter. Rolls around the rim and bounces out. Dominica picks up the rebound. Goal shooter blown for distance. Dominica's wing defense. And they lose the ball. Can't make a mistake like that at this point in the game. Just over 10 minutes left in the matchup. Barbados with possession now. Into the circle to the goal shooter. She backs back. Takes a shot and she's successful with this shot. 54-37. Nice pass there to the goal shooter, but the umpire blows for an infringement on Barbados' wing defense. She takes a step up and she scores. The goal shooter for Dominica. Barbados with the center pass. Dominica making a substitution here with their goalkeeper.
Yeah, she was on before. She was able to pick a couple of the balls light on her feet, so I guess they gave her some rest and put her back in.
Let's see what difference it will make for them. As Barbados' goal shooter gets possession, up and in. She takes a little spill on her return to the circle, the goalkeeper. But she has a smile on her face, so she's not hurt. Play advances for Dominica. Contact is called there on Barbados' player on the defense. Dominica with the pass into the circle. Advantage shot and she scores. The goal attack for Dominica, taking them to 39. To Barbados is 55. Barbados off court, center, long pass to the wing attack. Turn over there to Dominica as per the umpire's call.
Yeah, the wing attack needed it to come in the goal third to collect the ball, but she would have collected it in the center third.
Dominica with the ball, trying to get it down to their side of the shooting court. Barbados with an interception. Seeing how they can capitalize. Goal shoot rolls it into the goal rolls it into the goal shooter, but there's a turnover there to Dominica. Looking for a free man, finds the goalkeeper, plays it around into the center third. Umpire with an infringement there on Team Barbados' wing defense. Dominica now with the pass. Continuing their attempts to make it 40. Nice lob. Nicely played, nicely shot by Dominica. 40-55 per our calculations up here. Barbados still in the lead by 15 points. It'll be their pass here. Bounces straight into the goal shooter. She passes it back outside. She gets it back. Goal defense blown there for distance. And the goal shooter makes a shot and she scores. Dominica will make another change here. Making a change to the center. and to the goal defense. Barbados takes the pass, wing attack over to the goal shooter. Back to the wing attack, a rolling pass to the goal attack. She tries a long shot and she shoots and scores. 56 to Barbados, 40 to Dominica, 57-40. Contact is called there. Pass now moves to Barbados. Barbados with the pass. Wing attack. Lobs it to her goal shooter. A tip there. Barbados' wing attack picks up the pass. Over to the goal attack. Over to the center. Back to the goal attack in the circle. She's a little way off. She tries her shot and she scores again. Barbados with a nice plays, taking them to 58. As Dominica is on 40.
Change is again being made for Barbados. This looks like Jordan, who's coming in at the goal shoot position. And she's actually debuting for the national team. So she would have played a game already, but this is her first international game with the team.
And she's playing in beautiful Spice Isle. Barbados now with the pass in the center third. Wing attack to the goal attack. Goal attack tries to get it to the goal shooter. There's a touch there. Ball goes out of court. Barbados with the pass. Gets it into the shooting circle. Goal attack picks it up. A little off with the shot, and Dominica will take possession. But the umpire blows the keeper for contact. And now the too close a pass as called by the umpire. So now Dominica repossesses that one, trying to get it down to their shooting third. It's 59-40 in favor of Barbados. Dominica has an opportunity here to go one up. Can they capitalize? About 4 more minutes left in the game. Dominica up and shoots. Goal attack successful with that one, taking them to 41. Barbados on 59.
I'm challenging both teams to probably see a 45-65. I'm not sure which team will make that goal, but let's see. 65 for Barbados, 45 for Dominica. The goalkeeper is being warned. And now she's actually been suspended for 2 minutes, which is not good for Dominica. But I'm sure Barbados will take full advantage of that and get in as much shots as possible.
Dominica now extending their lead to 19 points. And Dominica, already behind, is playing one man down. This is definitely going to hurt them even more than they are behind already. Someone needs to double up, and it's unfortunate that it's taking place in the shooting circle for Barbados. So Dominica now working with one defensive player. It's going to be a tough time out for Dominica as Barbados takes this pass. Center finds the goal shooter with a lob to the goal attack, back to the goal shooter. The goal defense working double time. She's trying to be a one-man army in the shooting circle. And in case you're hearing the uproar behind us, it's just supporters looking on at the match on game 2 between Grenada and St. Lucia. It appears to be another competitive match for them as the shooters are now stepping up and trying to bounce back from the deficit they had at the end of the third quarter. We'll give you an update as soon as we get the scores, but in the meantime, Dominica and Barbados locked on over here. 61-42. Barbados now trying to make it 62. And it's one defensive player for Dominica as the goalkeeper has been put on what I call timeout for at least 2 minutes of this match after being warned by the umpire. So it's double work here for the goal defense, trying to keep the shooters at bay. It was already tough with 2 defensive players in the line, and it's going to be even tougher now for Dominica. Dominica with it, goal attack to the wing attack, back to the goal attack as she settles herself and scores another one for Team Barbados, taking them to 63. A 20-point lead here now. Barbados 63, Dominica 43. Dominica with the pass now. Dominica with it, trying to get up to 44. And she does that, taking the deficit now to 19 behind Barbados.
Not able to hold her footing right there.
Dominica, hopefully they can capitalize on this. Barbados intercepts and steals this one back. Let's see what happens here. The goal shooter picks it up. Goal defense trying her best. Ooh, colliding with the shooting pole.
I think the goal shooter could have shared that ball. There's only one defender in the circle. Smith was closer to the pole, and for some reason she took the long shot as opposed to get what would be considered the most secured shot.
Umpire blows for contact there. Less than a minute to go in this face-off. Barbados with the pass here. Let's see if somebody can get the last shot in before the final whistle blows. And that signals the end of the game. That brings us to the close of this intense matchup here between Team Barbados and Dominica.
Yes, Blossom, it definitely was a good game. I wish viewers could see what's happening in the booth right now between Blossom and I. But it's good that it's off camera and you're not able to see it at all. But it was a really good game, I must say. As expected, Barbados, they were the favorites coming in, and they showed why they were the favorites coming in. Dominica, I did challenge both teams to a 45, a 65. None make it. Dominica was closer. Dominica, I think, had a great third quarter, but of course it still was not enough, which I called from the first quarter. There was no way they could come back in order to win this game against Barbados. And you're taking into consideration the fact that Barbados' sharp shooters were not on the court. What I did notice on the court for Barbados is that they had some of their under 21 players on the court, and those players, this is a good opportunity for them to play now since they're preparing to go to Gibraltar next month in the Youth World Cup. So this was a good strategy by Barbados to bring also some of their youth players to this tournament.
It was nice to see both teams in action here. Dominica just did not have what it took to defeat a strong team like Barbados, but it's nice to know that Barbados is not just playing for ranking points, but looking for some practice sessions for their players for next month, God willing. Both teams, although this is an exhibition match, as Barbados is an invited team here, but exhibition or not, it's always good when you can see good playing netball here. It is the ECCB International Netball Series. Barbados coming out victorious according to our score sheet, 63-44. It's a 19-point win here for Team Barbados. Congratulations to them. And for those of you interested in Game 2, St. Lucia just defeated Team Grenada. I don't have the final scores as yet, but I do know that St. Lucia came out victorious in that matchup. So congratulations to St. Lucia. That puts the pressure now on Grenada as former champions and second place winners last year to come out tomorrow against the much anticipated match against St. Vincent and see if they can pull out a victory. Stacey, let's talk about what's taking place or what may take place
I doubt they really will do that, Blossom. But before we have a little discussion about that game tomorrow, I realize that our colleague is on court right now with Sabrina Smith of Barbados. She just got her 100th cap for Barbados, and of course she did it on court with her daughter. So we are going to go over to them on the court, and then we'll come back and discuss the game for tomorrow.
Of course.
Thank you very much. And we have with us the mother and daughter duo, Sabrina Smith and Jada Smith. Of course, it's Sabrina's 100th game for Barbados. How's the outing tonight?
Pardon me?
How's the outing tonight?
It was really good. I really enjoyed the game.
100 games, how does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels really amazing.
And what it is to be playing alongside your daughter?
It's an honor to be playing alongside Jada. I have worked so hard to be here playing next to my daughter. I had an injury, and I think I came back 100% good from my injury to be honored to be playing next to my daughter.
And you, how is it playing alongside mommy?
It feels amazing.
Do you put her in line when she messes up on the court?
Pardon?
Do you put her in line when she messes up on the court?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey as a netballer for Barbados.
I started my first senior cap in 2007, where I have been to World Cup. And my journey was up and down, had some tough injuries, but as I said, I come back pretty strong. But it was amazing. It was an amazing journey.
And of course, what's next? Another 100 games?
What's next is coaching. I'm giving back to my country. I want to go home and take what I learned and my experience and give it back to the younger people, younger persons, and that's it for me.
So you're going to retire after this tournament?
Yes, this is definitely my last tournament.
And so it's you alone after this?
Yes, it's for me.
How much have you learned from her as a netballer?
A lot. I grew up watching her play. I love to watch her play. It's been amazing. I've learned a lot from her.
Thank you very much, Sabrina and Jada, and best for the tournament. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much there, Hamlet, speaking with the victorious Barbadian team who defeated Dominica according to the official scores 66-42 in favor of Barbados. And over on court 2, St. Lucia defeated host Grenada 66-42. So congratulations to St. Lucia. Possibly 66-52.
We'll get confirmation. Don't worry, you can always check ECCB Connect's Facebook page, YouTube channel, as well as ZIZ, WPG10, and ABS for the score. A bulletin is always sent by ECCB Connect's Facebook page for the correct scoring.
So that wraps up the matches here tonight as we prepare for the ninth and final day in the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. And what a closing day it will be tomorrow. Matches start at 4 p.m. So we have church in the morning for the teams, and then we come back here to close it off with the first 2 matches at 4 p.m. Anguilla will face off against Dominica on court 1, and Cayman Islands will take on St. Lucia on court 2. Then in the final 2 games scheduled for 6 p.m., Antigua and Barbuda will take on Barbados on court 1, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines take on Grenada on court 2. So that's what the 9th and final day looks like tomorrow, God willing. Stacey, let's see if we can quickly take a look at what's going to happen. The 4 p.m. games, Cayman Islands and St. Lucia and Anguilla versus Dominica.
Dominica, I expect to win this one. Anguilla, you can't underestimate them, but on paper, Dominica is expected to win this one. Cayman Islands and St. Lucia, that will definitely be a run and a good game, but Cayman Islands is strong on the attacking end. Midcourt is extremely good, and defensive is also good. For St. Lucia, I must say that their attacking end is really, really good. So it's going to be a toss-up, but my bet would go with Cayman Islands.
Okay, and I can agree with you there. And looking at the final 2 games, Antigua and Barbuda versus Barbados, SVG against Grenada.
I think it is an easy one to call the first one, Antigua and Barbados. Antigua will push at Barbados, but Barbados will respond as strong as they always do. So my bet is for Barbados on that one. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada, of course, that is the climax. That is the game that is expected or was expected to bring the championship to it. But of course, we see just tonight that St. Vincent, wherever they are, they're sitting and they're smiling, and maybe they've already taken out their champagne. If you can see on court right now, they would have made the guard of honor in netball for Sabrina as she celebrates her 100th cap. Yes, St. Vincent maybe have taken out the champagne already and just are enjoying themselves right now because Grenada has actually presented the championship to them. It's just a matter of how they're going to enjoy that meal. So my bet, of course, is on St. Vincent. I really don't see any end of Grenada pressure in St. Vincent. They are just too deep on all ends right now.
And I tend to agree with you there, Stacey, and it usually comes down to that matchup to determine the champion. But with the loss Grenada faced here tonight against St. Lucia, St. Vincent is ahead, continuing their unbeaten run. So it'll take something special for Grenada to pull out that victory tomorrow, God willing. And even if they do pull out that victory, it will come down to goal difference. And with St. Vincent having the second and third highest totals of the tournament so far in 93 and 94, is going to take a lot here for Grenada to claim that championship. But I know it's still going to be an intense game, and I look forward to that matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, that brings us to the end of tonight's broadcast. We thank you so very much for spending your afternoon with us here in Sweet Spice Isle of Grenada for the tournament. And we look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow, God willing, from the comfort of your own home. If you're in Grenada, it's only $10 to get on the inside. Your children enter for free because we want to ensure full capacity here for the 9th and final night of this tournament. Is going to be another exciting one. Remember, the first games shoot off at 4 p.m., then 6 p.m., and then the closing ceremony at 8 p.m. So we're going to see you down here at the Tanteen Netball Court tomorrow, God willing. And the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, stay locked on to ECCB Connects, the Facebook page and YouTube channel for the netball action. On behalf of the entire production team, we wish you an enjoyable and blessed night, and see you back here tomorrow, please the Lord, for the final day of the 5th International ECCB Netball Series.
Great action that's coming up tomorrow, that's for sure. Okay, Blossom.
Yeah, yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Oh, women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah, one more yeah out there, yeah.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle at ECCB Connects.
Have you seen the Grenada 50? The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, issued the Grenada $50 note in July 2024 to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Grenada 50 is printed on polymer. It is the same size and includes similar security features as the current EC banknotes in circulation. This limited edition $50 banknote was issued exclusively in Grenada, but it can be used in any of the ECCB member countries. The Grenada $50 note is legal tender. This means that it can be used for any of your standard and over-the-counter business transactions.